like in the chat when I do shows, and you've got an interest in all strange stuff yourself, different than me.
For sure.
But your dad was featured in a book about UFOs, was he not? About a sighting?
No, that was my grandfather
Your grandfather.
in a blue book case. Yeah,
Wow.
he
When was
cited
that?
in the 50s. He cited a UFO, and it was in the blue book files. His report.
Was that here in Utah or was that some other state?
Yeah, it was here in Utah. He had his pilot's license, and he saw something, and it was. They said it was Venus, and he said, unless Venus can fly lower than the mountains, it sure wasn't Venus.
Yeah, that's not Venus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
swamp gas.
Swamp gas. And we got Jerry joining us
How you doing
tonight. I'm doing. I'm been changing everything with the podcast and getting ready. We're going to be looking at some things. I just want to go over about all the crap that happens this year, my favorite shows I've done. We've got the ball drop. I've got clips to talk about. But of course, before I do, everybody be sure, of course, to subscribe to the show. The channel is growing, and I want to thank you guys all for being here and helping me grow it. The website, of course, is melissadonharris.com, where all the links are. We also have a Patreon. You can pledge anywhere from $2 to $12 a month. You get different rewards. That'll be back up and running in the new year. And there's Substack, ordervelvetbite.substack.com. You guys can go get the same stuff there. The problem with Substack is they don't have the multi-levels. It's just one level that they have you pledge. But you can get a whole bunch of free stuff on Substack and paid stuff on Substack. But it is the last day of 2025, and I don't know how you guys feel about 2025, but it was quite a ride. And from what I can tell, looking at all the evidence from today and Mystics, 2026 isn't going to be any calmer.
Nope, sure isn't.
Yes.
Probably not.
What do you guys feel? What are you guys feeling about 2025?
I think it'll be more entertaining.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting an insane assassination and the Eric Kirk thing, an investigation that was not on the bingo card when 2025 started. In fact, I thought it started pretty hopeful. I mean, I was always suspicious of Trump, but I thought, okay, well, this is good. He won. Maybe he'll do all these things that he's talking about. I was kind of hopeful at first, but I don't know.
Yep.
We shall see.
Are you guys speechless? You're going to make me do all the talking? And let's go over to the other scene.
I'm still waking up.
Pop us over here. It's okay. Wake up. They're celebrating New Year's everywhere. Now we got about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours till they drop the ball in New York City. But we'll just take a look at what's happening. They're going around the world. This is Times Square. And I think I can turn this up. Let's get rid of this chat. So this is what's going on in Times Square. And I did a poll asking people exactly what they would be doing, and very few people chose that they would be in Times Square or at a big event like this. But yet there's lots of people who love this stuff. Have you guys ever done anything like this, Times Square, or a big event? I don't think I have. I'm trying to remember. I've done lots of New Year's parties, but I've never went out where I thought I could get trampled to death or something.
Right. I think I did New Year's in Wendover once.
And when I was a kid, we used to, go to my friend's house and get wasted all night.
So we got Kirby in the room. Happy New Year's, Kirby. J.E. Merrick, Happy New Year's to you. I'm glad you stopped by. We will be having, in 2026, more shows about the vampire. Wednesday nights will be conspiracy and the occult. Thursday nights will be vampire folklore. And Sundays will be spiritual Sundays. We got Jonacide in the room. Say hi to Mrs. Jonacide. I hope you guys are having a great New Year's Eve. Got
I
a
always
few of
thought
you.
that was
Hopefully
a.
the audience builds. I don't know. Some of
I
you,
always
I
thought
don't know
John
what.
Aside was a guy. Sorry.
He is.
Well,
He is a
he is a
guy.
guy. He is a
Oh,
guy.
well, who's Mrs.
I
John Aside?
Mrs. John Aside comes in the room sometimes. That's his wife.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
I think her name's
generally they
Renee.
live together. Her name's Renee. They live together. So whenever I see John, I'm like, say hi to Mrs. John Aside.
Happy New
Because
Year to
quite
both of you
often
guys.
she'll join in as well, and they're devotees to the show. I don't know what
Devotees.
everyone's doing, but I'm going to be going back on Walter's show, I think in April, actually. John
The
Aside, if
Boz.
you guys want to know.
The Boz.
California.
Bosley? Walter Bosley?
Yeah,
Yeah, California. Talk about, what did I talk about last time?
I don't know, but you got to talk about Antarctica this time.
oh yeah,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
Because he knows shit about Antarctica that he's been holding on to until his quote unquote mentor dies. That guy's got to be dead by now.
I think he is. Yeah, and you know what? Walter might even pop in the chat because he does from time to time for like specials like
Walter.
this.
He should pop in the stream and talk. That'd be a great show. I love Walter. Walter's so great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me
you can
too.
hear those fireworks. We have a dog that is absolutely terrified of fireworks. PD. I don't know where he is. Max is here with me. Boo Boo's out there with Mike. I don't know where PD is, but he's probably hiding.
He's probably hiding under the bed.
He hides under the bed. Let's shake my hat. Boing, 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 boing. So I recently had to take my road test all over again at the age of 48, and I aced it and finally got a license for America, for Utah, instead of driving on my Canadian license. So hurrah for me. I was stressing out about having to take a road test because I hate tests. And I aced everything and did everything perfect. And they were like, we can tell you're an experienced driver. I'm like, yeah, for 30 years.
Just like I told you, you would do
That's
fine.
Why am
my
I not
mother.
seeing
Happy New Year's. She's
Where
got 2 little
is
kitty cats.
Dorothy?
Wait, you know what? Honestly, this okay, so I could be biased because I'm older and I can drive better, but this test felt way easier than the one they gave me when I was 18, 19 in Canada. It felt way harder, way more questions, driving for longer. Like they made me do parallel parking in between like pylons on this one, and on when I was young they made me do it in between 2 real cars on the streets with traffic zooming by me. So I thought, wow, this was way easier. I was expecting something a lot tougher in America, but it was easier, strangely enough, in my opinion. So I don't know, take that as you will, but it just seemed like it lasted for 5 minutes. And they were like, yeah, good. Here you go. Here's your license. Have a nice life.
Good.
It was crazy.
Now you probably never. Go ahead, Jer.
No, go ahead. No, I was going to make a joke.
Well, now you'll never have to do it again, probably.
I hope not.
How long is it good for?
5 years.
Really? Not 10?
My Canadian driver's license was good for 5 years, so I don't know. I have to wait till it comes in the mail.
Oh,
I think it's
That's a
10
passport.
years.
My passport's good for 10 years. My Canadian, like I have a Canadian passport, a Canadian driver's license. Now I'll have an American one, and eventually, I guess, an American passport. Betty Claire's, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here.
That's Suzanne.
Oh, that's Suzanne.
Yeah.
Suzanne.
You can make her come in here if you want. What I was going to say was, because you're an alien, you can go get a no-name CDL in New York.
Do you know what I said? I was like, I said to Mike, I'm like, I had to wait 18 months to get my permanent resident. Then I had to do this whole process. It was a huge process just to get my license. Like I had to wait 4 months or more for them to process me just to do the written learner's test. I had to do it like I was 18 again. And then I had waited all these months and proved that I'd driven for 40 hours to do the road test. And then I messed it up. And I was just like, people are crossing the border into California and they're just like, here's your CDL, drive a truck, whatever. They're just handing them out licenses and credit cards. And it took me almost 3 years to go through all this process.
Hey, try and start a daycare. See how that goes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if my daycare is like a front for something, it'll be good.
Could be Canadian daycare. Eh?
Yeah. There you
Eh?
go.
Hey, I'll build a tunnel right from here to Canada, eh?
Could teach Canadianism. Everybody has to wear a toque.
I love that word, actually. It's one of the only Canadian words I love is toque.
It's a cool word.
He's like, my beanie. I'm like, no, that's a toque. And the
No,
best ones
mine's
are with the pom-pom on it.
mine's a beanie. I don't have any toques.
It's different from a chapeau.
Chapeau is en français. Chapeau is probably more like
Toque is French too.
toque is probably more Inuit, a
No,
native
it's
word.
Toque.
I know what it is.
It's got to be French.
Chapeau is hat for French. Toque
I know.
is, I swear to God, toque must have some kind of native
I'm
origin.
looking it up. I'm looking
It doesn't sound French. It sounds, I don't know.
It's a small cap or bonnet.
Yeah. French
It's
Canadian
French.
from
It's
16th
French.
century. Unknown origin.
It's a French word.
Well, but chapeau is hat.
I know.
We know.
I spent so many years taking French class. Forced French class. And I'll tell you one thing I still know how to ask is to go to the bathroom so I could get the hell out of that French class. I don't know how to speak French, but I'm like, est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? Let me
But
go.
can you talk like Maurice Chevalier?
Oh my god. I've never been to Quebec, to be quite
Me
honest
neither.
with you. I've never been there. I want to go to Montreal because I
I've
heard
never
it's a
been
good
to
city,
Canada.
but there's issues there. There's issues. I have friends,
There's liberals
some
there.
people who said they had a really great experience. And then there's some people, like my friend who lives in Ottawa, who said when she goes to Quebec, she drives her friend's car with a Quebec license because she's had lots of problems with the cops and stuff, putting tickets and everything and targeting out of state, out of province license plates. So they can be pretty nationalistic, and their cops are very corrupt in Montreal. Oh, it's Matthew Lee Embleton. Welcome, Matthew. I thought Matthew would be sleeping by now. He's over in England. Thank you for showing by. The Latin for hat is potassum. I didn't know that. So Latin. All right, I've got some clips. We should do video clip. I don't know. Shapko in Russian. I don't know how we got here. How did we get here?
Because he started with the Latin. Damn
Or
it.
the French.
Toque. We started with toque.
Toque.
Well, I started
Well,
with
that's
my
not a hat.
driver's license thing. And guess what? Utah, speaking of driving, Utah is like the third worst state in the nation for bad drivers. Like, it's one of the worst. And I can tell.
So can I.
Mike literally loses it. He gets so frustrated by the Utah drivers.
Yeah, they're idiots.
They're not very good.
No.
I'm pretty sure they're like number 3 of the, I don't know what the other two that are worse than Utah, but just leave it to me.
I don't remember.
How do you guys feel? I don't know. I know you're in Florida. How's the economy doing there? Start with that. That the economy, I haven't seen it change that much. I haven't seen it get better, that's for sure. It was supposed to.
Had this conversation last night with some people. Nothing's really changed for me. The only thing I've really noticed price-wise is beef. Beef's gone up crazy high, like $8 a pound for ground beef.
How much did we spend? How much did we spend on that roast? That prime rib roast?
The roast was about $10 a pound.
Yeah. So that's, and pork is still pretty cheap. I eat a lot of ground pork. Ground pork's like $3.49 a pound. That's great.
They also decided to raise our property taxes at the worst time that they could.
Yeah.
The city.
Mine's all kind of built into my lot rent, so.
Well, it's built into our mortgage to cover it, but it never covers it.
But DeSantis is property taxes here are pretty low anyway, and they're making noise about getting rid of it completely in Florida.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
I have a friend I saw on Facebook today that she's lived in Oregon forever, or maybe Washington, but she's finally had enough of the craziness with the liberal
Oh God,
governors and
yeah,
all that shit, and so she's moving to Florida. So good for her.
good for her. Have you seen the nut job they elected in not New York, in Seattle?
And yeah,
No. Who
yeah,
is that? Tell me. I didn't see.
I forget her name. She's like a
Sh-
43-year-old, lived in her mom's basement.
yeah.
No.
Never really
Oh
had a
yeah,
job.
she's a
Oh
total
no.
wackadoodle. She
Far
said
left. She says she's a communist or socialist, whatever. Same
there
difference.
was a post I saw yesterday where she said that she is not going to allow any grocery stores to close down in,
Yes.
and it's like you can't control that, you dumb bitch.
Jonacide says, I'm in Washington and it's crazy.
Yeah. How many
Yeah,
times have you heard about food deserts?
What are food
It's
deserts?
what.
What?
So in these states that are doing all kinds of crazy stuff for retail businesses, like Washington, like Chicago, South Side, where they put these crazy taxes on grocery stores, making it hard to make a profit. Grocery stores run at a pretty low profit margin to start with.
Yeah.
Lots of places like Kroger, for instance,
hmm
Albertsons, that whole chain, are leaving areas where there's a high crime. That's what it was. It's not so much taxes; it's crime. These places have to put all their food up behind plexiglass, kind of thing. They're getting
yeah.
ripped off
Yeah.
so bad they don't want to stay open, so they close. And all the residents of that area complain, "Oh, it's becoming a food desert now because I have to travel 2 miles or 3 miles to go find a
Well,
grocery store, whatever, however far
and
it is."
and just think about the seniors and people who can't afford to do that and what it does to them and how they can't get to the amenities they need.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad. Uh, this was a problem with so McDonald's in Chicago. I think closed like 10 stores inside Chicago because of the crime. Um, a lot of places are closing inner city businesses because of the high crime rates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a social worker, less police, more social workers ain't gonna fix it.
Nope, absolutely not.
Well, what's the social worker going to do?
I don't
Get
know, but
their
that's
ass?
the
They're
whole
going to get
socialist
shot
thing.
dead.
That's the whole defund the police. We need more.
Mike was a cop. He
w-
knows.
It doesn't. It doesn't
The
do
social
shit.
worker
It's a. It's a.
going to do anything.
It's a stupid utopian liberal kind of belief that cops are bad and we need more empathy to fix things. If we were just nicer, people wouldn't do crime.
Yeah, but they don't understand psychopaths then.
Well, and if they would just
Psychopaths will
put
take
people
advantage of
in
that.
jail, if they would just put people in jail and prosecute them for the crimes, then that would help too.
But they believe jail is bad.
Yeah.
That's their whole philosophy. That's why, like
Yep.
Mom Dami in New York, I'm pretty sure he said he was going to empty out Rikers Island or something like that. He wants
Yeah.
to let people go out of prison because incarceration is wrong.
Really? What does
Wow.
Islam say about that? I don't think so.
No, it's kind of the one thing I kind of agree with Sharia law. If you steal something, you lose a hand, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, we
That'll
definitely
teach
need
you.
harsher penalties. And it's the same for politicians. All
A lot
Oh
these
of
yeah.
corrupt politicians, it's all of them. If there was harsher penalties, like in China, if you do half this stuff, you would be executed.
there needs to be
Mm.
penalties, period, for a lot of
Yeah.
things, which aren't. There
There's a
aren't.
lot of politicians and businessmen who took bribes and they're caught in China and they're being executed.
Okay.
They don't put a
Yeah.
they don't put up with this shit.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not trying to say be a communist, but I mean, like, obviously, we don't have. If you have a total free market where people can just do whatever they want, they do the worst,
But
and
we
if they
don't
can
have
get
a
away
free
with
market.
it,
We don't have a free market. We have the illusion of a free market.
yeah, we have a
Right.
corporate structure.
Corporatocracy.
Kleptocracy.
Technocrat. I don't know what the fuck we have. It's like we have a
We have a bunch
clusterfuck.
of we have a bunch of oligarchs
Clusterfuckopoly.
It's
that
not,
are that were their slaves.
not really.
Well, where they're
Well,
tax
really?
slaves.
But they're not. The government's not run by oligarchs.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Okay.
It's run by the banks, that's for sure. It's
I'll be right
definitely
back.
run by the banks.
They
That
have a lot of
pinhole.
influence that they shouldn't have. We have too many
Yes.
fingers in the. We could talk
And-
about this for hours. Government is just too big. It's too big, and
And
it's too big to fail at this point. So
Well, and at this point, the government is more like a royal family, and I don't know where I went here. I
I don't
disappeared. Am
know.
I still? Can you hear me?
you were bringing in some peace and love vibes.
Yeah, I'm going to. This is the problem. We view ourselves as the little me, and I don't know what happened to my image, but maybe I'm going to make these smaller. Maybe that's the issue. There we
There you
go.
go.
That was the issue. It didn't like that. We look, I come at this from a spiritual element because this is a very spiritual show in most elements, and that we view ourselves as little me's, and that we need all these people to make these decisions for us because we're just too insignificant, and that's why we idolize people. Like, I mean, the amount of idolizing political figures are like super
Yep. Yep.
celebs here. It's
Yeah. Look at
insane, and I'm just gonna
AOC is a good example of that.
I mean, they all are. Donald Trump, I mean, they all are. It's insane. It's like what? It's like Crazyville. And in politics usually isn't like that in a lot of other countries, believe it or not. People don't turn them into celebrities the same way America does.
Oh, look at the
But
UK
this
with the
clip is
royalty.
just David Icke. Well, the royalty, yeah, for sure. They most certainly do. But yeah, I mean, the politicians are royalty. I mean, it's like people want a royal family. That's why they like Trump. Anyways, this is David Icke talking about this is a clip from one of my shows from the past. David Icke talking about the little me and how we view ourselves and how it gives the structure the power.
There's a simple question that comes from it. Why is it that throughout this entire period that a few people have always controlled the many in a hierarchical structure of power? Why is that? And the answer is because the mass of the population has been convinced of its powerlessness, convinced of its subordination to that which it thinks has power, and the ability of the few to continue to manipulate people to have that perception of reality. Simple thing. If 8 billion people, not even 8 billion, even a fraction of them, said, no, we're not doing what the few tell us. We're not doing what the top of the pyramid tells us. We're not doing it. What power does the top of the pyramid have in that sense? None. It has none. And operate with our own enslavement. But people don't.
My only thing about that is if we say no and don't do what they say, they usually get violent.
That's the only thing they have to enforce law. That's the whole Andrew Wilson argument, the force doctrine.
They'll like brainwash us, like you are violating the rules, you're a sinner, you're bad, you're this. Therefore, they convince the other humans. That's the other weapon. They convince the other humans that we're evil, and that if they don't have to even attack us half the time. The other humans, little sheeples, attack us. Let's just look at COVID in Canada.
But that's why. I mean, you got more people waking up now to what's going on, and people need to stand up and say no, and they need to not comply. And we definitely need to do something about these billionaires that think it's a great idea to play God all the time. Like Bill Gates.
And they have technology that makes them godlike like never before in their minds, anyways.
It doesn't matter. They still can't control everybody if people say no.
They can't arrest us all.
How do you feel about the Palantir stuff and what's his name?
Yeah,
What's that guy? Larry
Ellison.
And what he said.
That was disturbing.
That was crazy.
That was very disturbing. But I'm sure in his mind it sounded good, but it came out very.
He's gonna make sure we're all behaving, and I thought, well, who's gonna make sure you're fucking behaving?
I mean, what he's talking
Right.
about is basically the Chinese system, the whole social credit score thing.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
we're
going to
actually
work here.
communist.
No, it's not. It's
We're
not.
I
like,
mean, they're going to try it, but it's not going to work
No.
because people here are not going to put up with that shit.
No. It's. I see a lot of. I'm laughing. I'm trying to sort this out. Like all the shit that's going on. What we did it again. All the stuff is
it's
going
okay.
on
I'm just putting in a new video. Go ahead,
yeah,
keep
no worries.
talking.
In England with arresting people for memes and stuff, social media posts. I think
Well,
I read.
they're crazy.
I know, like over 12,000 this year got arrested. I love
Pause
that.
that one.
I
We're
like
gonna
that
go. We'll
song.
go over that.
I
We're gonna
like that
go
song.
over it. I don't care if I get copyright.
You won't. You
Um,
didn't last time.
I did. I did get
Yeah, but you
copyright last
appealed
time.
it, and they said, "Yeah, you're right."
So,
Anyway, my point was,
it's funny. Each
a
country
lot.
seems to have their thing.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, the whole EU thing, the DSA, that's pretty bad. Australia's gotten out, and so the Australia's trying to backdoor it in with think of the children, with the I forget what the name of the act is, but you have to register basically to prove your age. So it's an online ID versus digital ID in order to access social media. So a lot of kids, of course, there's ways around it. I mean, the people who put these rules in place are idiots. So UK is talking about banning VPNs now just to to make people comply. Anyway,
So is Canada.
my whole point when I started this was when this came up on X, a lot of people were saying, this is what you get when you give up your guns.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big
That's right.
reason why I don't think this will happen here. There will be a total revolt.
Right.
It's true. All those countries, and to be fair to them, they got the scare way back when, before they probably realized what was going to happen. Like that stuff in England, it got outlawed from this shooting in Scotland way back, like decades ago, and they start taking away their guns, and people probably believed it.
I thought it was in Australia.
No, in England,
Oh,
how
England.
they
I don't know.
got their guns taken
I don't know
away.
how they got it. I know Australia
Australia.
there was some deadly gun thing and they went crazy.
It
Even
was
after
a
the Bondi Beach incident, the government Albanese came out and said, we need to fix this. Is take away all your guns. We need to get rid of more guns in order to fix this.
No, we actually need to get the deep states of each country to stop doing these false flag acts, because they're the ones carrying them out.
right.
Duh. Well, it's true. They are. They're the ones who are carrying
don't
out
know that
most
that's
of
true.
these acts. And
Allegedly.
oh, well, allegedly. I guess I should be nice. Allegedly.
Well,
But
you don't
it's
have any
crazy
evidence
because
that they are doing it.
Canada's big thing is basically euthanasia. They're like all going crazy about that now.
So is
And
Michigan. I read Michigan just passed a law, or was it
yeah,
New York?
they're
One of
pushing
the two.
the
Yeah.
gun stuff. They push the gun stuff because that thing happened, that mass shooting happened during the pandemic, and they had Trudeau in there, and they used that as this
Which
thing to
one?
push taking away people's guns. And look, the people who legally have guns aren't the problem.
That's right.
Right,
And
right,
we
right,
know a lot
right,
of this
right.
stuff's MK Ultra. Like a lot of these mass shooters, I don't think they're just random mass shooters. I think they've been facilitated by the deep state, whatever structure is doing these MK Ultra stuff. I think that's what's
Think
happening.
they're
And
more
then they
radicalized
go out
from
there.
shit like TikTok and
No, no,
Well,
no. They're
Reddit and
seriously
social
MK
media,
Ultra.
and they live in echo
F
chambers where
FBI agents are on those Discord
they
servers
are.
grooming these kids.
I don't know
so
about
how do you how do you explain the stuff where the Google trending terms and things happens before a mass shooting or anything like that? Because that is really interesting to me, and I think you're both right. I think MK Ultra definitely plays a part, but it's also, you know, um, kind of um, social media has a part to play in it too.
It's a social contagion. There's a social contagion.
Social
Right.
media is part of the MK Ultra.
Mm,
Yeah.
All
think it is.
media is part of the MK Ultra and the Project Mockingbird.
I don't think it's part of it. It's been utilized for that purpose.
Then
I
that
don't
means
Fair
it's
enough.
part of it. That means it's part of it. Okay.
It's just
Speaking of
another
someone who's
methodology
been
in which
handled-
It's just another methodology in which they can push their programs out, which is
Right.
That's right.
I totally get that.
MK Ultra.
Uh,
Speaking
not-
of
I don't
someone
know if
who's
it's
been
okay.
handled and programmed, one of the things that happened this year in May of 2025 was that Ye, who is friends with Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes, and I believe Nick Fuentes is a Fed asset, same with Alex Jones, I believe he's a Fed asset, released his song Heil Hitler, and we talked about it, and it was one of those shows on Rumble that did really, really well, so I thought we'd kind of go over the video here for everybody, and then check in on New Year's. What did you guys, I don't know, do you remember your reaction when you heard about this song back in Mayish?
I thought it was awesome.
20.
You and I did a show about it, Melissa.
I know.
Right.
You and Niche were on the show.
Yeah. I didn't really care either way, but I mean, good for him for standing up.
Yeah.
But now
And
he's repenting.
Wait, I want to say I love the song for his free speech of using it. I'm not saying whatever. I mean, the whole Hitler thing has just been blown out of proportion, and the
I think that's why
outrage
he did
over
it.
this song, just kind of proved it more. So for that,
Okay.
kudos.
So
Not
we're
for-
gonna go through it and pause it every few seconds and do a commentary. But for those of you who didn't catch it, because it's been removed from X, as far as I know, I don't even know if Ye's on
no,
X
it's
anymore.
still on. Yeah, he is.
Is it? Okay,
Pretty
so I got
sure.
it up here, and I can pause it, and we can do a commentary. This is Heil Hitler by Kanye West or Ye.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in a matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cuck, I like when people fuck on my bitch. The shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an all-chrome Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my kids back. With all of the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children. Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I be feeling. So I became a
I'm just gonna stop it before the chorus.
Mhm.
Black man in the woven caps. Hitler was known as Grey Wolf. Just in case you guys didn't know that. That was one of his nicknames.
See, yeah, bitch, I'm the villain. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how She wanna fuck with Japan. I put the chrome on the bench. She reaching down in my pants. She got the world in her hands.
So I'm gonna pause it. I guess the worry was it would make people more emboldened. I think it might have made people more emboldened, but maybe against more of the I don't want to even say it, but the Zios. But I don't know. Do you think it emboldened people, or any white? Do you think it made people white supremacists? That's the claim.
I don't think so. He's still
No.
on X, but he deleted all his tweets.
Oh, did he?
Did he? No, Diddy's in jail.
That's funny. Well, I just find it interesting that he's kind of gone all repentant now, and
But he did that before.
I just think he's been handled and drugged so much through the music industry that I don't think he has an identity that's really solid.
I think he shifts with the wind, whatever's going to get him the most attention.
Could
Probably
be.
both.
It's I don't know, I think it emboldens some people who were already like this, but the culture is so kind of fucked up, and there's so much chaos in our culture anyways. There's not like this unified identity like there might have been 50 years ago. It's a way more chaotic, so I think it's just another chaotic drop in the bucket. I was gonna
Yeah.
say. It's got a good beat.
Meine Arbeit für richtig hältst. Ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes.
That's probably the part I get in trouble with for the most, is where they let Hitler do one of Hitler's speeches at the end. Why is it? Why I guess I mean there's been so many evil people on this planet. It's interesting that Hitler gets the top award. It's
I
interesting,
wonder.
and we don't have to go
There's
into
a
that.
reason why. There's a reason why that's true. But
Right.
have you heard the AI? I don't know if they're AI, but whatever. The translation overlaid in English
Yeah.
with,
On
with
some
some
of
of the
them, yeah.
speeches. Yeah, they're interesting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They are.
it's interesting. They are, and it's interesting how I've never. I'm 60 years old. I've never heard that in English. I never bothered to look at what he was saying at the time. It's just
Yeah.
It's certainly less threatening when you hear it in
Yeah.
English than if
Yeah,
you hear
yeah.
it in this German accent where it
Yeah.
sounds like he's like,
Right. I mean, I'm sure Biden's, winter of severe death and whatever, that whole speech in English to a German might have sounded similar.
Yeah.
That did.
Except most
Germans are
Germans
very-
speak English.
I know. German's such a guttural language. I was
Jawohl.
it is.
which isn't a bad thing.
It's
I'm just
very
saying.
harsh. Germans, sorry,
It's
babe, I know
throaty,
your
it's
your
throaty.
German heritage, but Germans tend to be harsher. I think it's the environment. You know,
It's
I'm
the-
just
it's
gonna
the
go to
cold.
environment.
It's
Yeah.
the northern climates have harsher language because in order to not, they developed this way in order to not breathe in as much cold air. They just kept the words are short. Not the German words are short, but you know what I'm saying, the syllables are short. Whereas if you go to somewhere like Brazil or South America, you get to,
Right.
I'm trying to
So
find that clip.
and
I
then
gotta
if-
say, for this video, you know what it makes me think of is the Romans going into Teutoburg Forest.
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of. It's very shamanic and pagan. As
It's like
far as
Romulus and Remus.
as far as their costumes go, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
well, they weren't wolves; they were just raised by a wolf.
Well, they would dress up as wolves. These men that would be on the out fringe. It's when you went from the goddess to polytheism, they had to figure out a way to control these young men, because the women were having sex with multiple partners to have more children, and so they had to figure out these young men would dress in wolf skins to terrorize people. So they said, if you fight for us to keep other invaders out, we'll give you land and we'll give you a wife exclusively. That was the deal. That's what started polytheism, is then all these tribes warring against each other. And a lot of the young men dressed in these wolf skins to terrorize people. It was part of the gimmick to frighten their enemy.
Well,
I
you could
wonder if
probably
that. Go ahead.
you could probably tie in like werewolf lore and all of
That's
that
exactly what I was gonna
stuff.
say. I wonder
Yeah.
if that was somehow related to the rise of lycanthropy
Yeah, I agree.
and dogmen and all the other nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
I have no
find-
idea, but makes sense.
I think I know where it is. I've been listening to Candace. Now I don't agree with her on everything. I don't agree with her on religion, that's for sure. But I've been listening to a lot of her coverage, and she's got a New Year's. Let's listen to New Year's from Canvas. I gotta find it on. We'll go to my playlists. I'm sure it's here. I've saved it for this show
I have
on
never
my
seen-
research playlist.
I've never listened to her before.
Okay, well, we're gonna look at her Happy New Year's, and it says, "Oh, this one I've got the one where it says 2025 rewind from Candace."
We don't know, but I know.
What that mean?
Wherever your advisors are, fire them.
It's a woman.
This is one of those fun episodes where no matter who you are, there's something for you to be offended about. I am actually an expert on all matters that are fake and
I don't like girls. I need a hug.
American planes are in disguise in Iran.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's not talking to you. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
That's what did Trump in
Israel
right
and
there.
child sex predators. It's kind of a thing. There is no Candace without Charlie.
So go and grab the reporters so I can smash their recorders. Say they're confused with some bullshit like the New World Order. Meanwhile,
Rest down, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
The podcaster Candace Owens. Stop.
Get your piece today. They
No.
probably all in the Hamptons bragging about what they made. Fuck you, ain't no Hampton house.
So that's Candace's New Year's, and of course she showed where Trump said, "You guys still talking about this Epstein? Like that's a Democrat hoax." I think that's what started the downfall of Trump's polling numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
That
The
right
thing
there.
the thing that triggers me is the whole Vivek, as a veteran and as a former police officer, Vivek's, we have the watch and we'll see you in Valhalla
Oh,
bullshit.
you mean Cash Patel?
Yeah. Sorry. Not Vivek. Sorry.
That was weird. Yeah, well, they all look the same. Oops, I shouldn't say that. I'm a racist now.
Yeah.
Now I'm a racist. Yeah, that Valhalla thing was weird because I don't know. It was a weird thing to say.
Talk about cultural appropriation.
Do you
That's
feel
not
like
even
you
your
stole
culture of both. Well,
Yeah,
Yes
right. They
and
got
no.
Nirvana. They're Nirvana, not Valhalla.
that's right. But I mean, in law enforcement and the military, that means something, and it's just empty words from what's his name?
Deer in headlights, Cash Patel. I think he's terrified. I think he's scared shitless. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I agree.
And there are people who are saying this assassination, Charlie Kirk. I'm not necessarily saying it. I don't have the proof, but they're allegedly saying they think it goes all the way up to the Trump administration, not just TPUSA. So you take that as you will. But it's weird that everybody's announcing it and everybody was swarming in on this.
Well,
It's weird.
on the Kirk assassination, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it definitely there's something wrong. I mean, it's not just it's not cut and dried like what's his name would have you believe. Cash.
Could be.
Cash Patel is so scared he doesn't know. He's just saying lines, man, hoping he lives.
Well, I wonder what Dan Bongino is going to do when he comes back to his podcast. If he comes back.
Probably
he'll
not
get
tell
some
the
numbers.
truth about why he left.
Well,
I
he
bet
might
he'll get some good numbers.
try and kind of skirt around, but I don't know.
I mean, I can only assume he got frustrated with the lack of action on certain things.
I agree. That
So,
would
I
have
mean-
frustrated the hell out of me. I would have quit too.
Yeah.
No, here's Trump
but-
insisting that things were a hoax.
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. It's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion. I can say this, those files were run by the worst scum on earth. They were run by Comey. They were run by Garland. They were run by Biden. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers here went there. He was the head of Harvard, and many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island.
The
See,
privilege.
when he said, the way I took it, that it was a hoax, this could just be me, was what he meant was that his involvement with Epstein, that whole narrative was the hoax. Not that the files were a hoax. Of course the file, he knows there's files.
That.
Well,
yeah, but
fair,
why would they go
because
and pretend
he's
like
always
they didn't have anything? And then they pretend like there's nothing there, what files, and they're acting dumb.
They're not acting dumb. Look at it this way. They're saying there's nothing there related to Trump.
There is, though.
It's not, but there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's nothing damning in there. There's nothing bad in there about Trump. I'm not defending Trump. I'm just saying.
Well, you'll never know because most of it about anyone that
I know it got redacted, but that's illegal, and they're going to have to fix that.
Well,
okay,
the
if
thing
you
that
think they are, that's naive.
the thing that I find interesting is that Marjorie Taylor Greene said that Trump called her up and was yelling at her after she voted for it, or I don't know, something like that. But he said, it's going to hurt my friends, and that I agree is a problem.
It is.
That's the problem. Also, he's now defending Bill Clinton.
So look,
now switch from that to defending.
You got to look at the whole Epstein thing is the fact that he ran this enormous, whatever he ran, hedge fund, fundraising thing, all that shit for years and years and years before any of the pedo stuff came out. And he was involved with a ton of people before that came out.
Well,
and they're named in those files and there's pictures of them, and they're involved in there because they were in his orbit. And
well, you also maybe you're not remembering that there's also court case files that are listing Trump as a problem. There's also witnesses against him that list him. Yes, there is. I read the documents. Sorry, I read the documents. There is. I just went through them a few weeks ago. There is stuff on Trump. And I think the biggest thing on Trump that he wants to hide isn't that he necessarily did anything. It's that Epstein may have been infiltrated into his beauty pageants.
Maybe. And it's guilt by association. And I don't really blame Trump for being worried about that, because, just because somebody's in the list doesn't mean they did anything wrong.
Right.
But
exactly.
A lot of people did.
Yeah. I agree.
And it's still, it's still the, we still need to get to the bottom of it. And that's the problem.
I agree. So now what I do think was going on was that Epstein was some kind of, I don't know what the word for it is, but he was running a honeypot operation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a document here.
In his properties. Okay, I'll read that in a second. He was running some kind of honeypot operation in his properties. And we'll never see that data. I mean, if you remember when they raided his New York place, remember the FBI swooped in and took all the CDs and digital media that he had?
Yeah.
Where's all that data? Where's all the videos? Where's all the video surveillance that was captured on the island? I think that was going on, and that there was some kind of blackmail operations that were happening behind the scenes. We'll never get clarity on that.
Here is the link to that document for anyone who wants to go over it. But there's
what does it say that he did?
It is a claim.
This isn't the one that was like phoned in on the tip, right? The tip line.
The tip line. This is the actual court filed documents.
Okay. So is this a criminal or civil?
Well, I will read it to you. She's proceeding under the Jane Doe. I think she's come out since then. Complaint for rape, sexual misconduct, criminal sexual acts. It's against Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein. They were the jury trial demanded. Battery, assault, intentional and reckless infliction of emotional stress, duress, false imprisonment, and defamation. Plaintiff is an individual residing in the United States. Upon information and belief, defendants Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein each reside in the districts or citizens of the state of New York. And it goes on, the court has original subject matter jurisdiction with respect to this action.
All right, blah, 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 blah. What happened to it?
What do you mean?
What was the resolution?
All right. We'll get to that.
Well, the thing about the Epstein files is that the blackmail and the honeypot operation, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more going on than that. There's a lot of esoteric technology type stuff that's going on.
Yeah, he was a huge
civil.
transhumanist. And
Yeah.
There's civil. This is the civil cover sheet right here.
he wanted to impregnate women with his sperm to make a master race kind of thing.
Yeah,
But the fact that we know that Jeffrey Epstein is like a bad dude and he's dead, and that they literally she's saying both of them. And there's another woman who I've watched her testimony. It doesn't look good. It just is not a good look. And so just to deny that and pretend like Trump's an angel or is being victimized, I think is a little, I'm not respectful of that.
No, the whole point is that we need to get to the bottom of it, and we need to find out what's going on, and that's what's screwing Trump right now, is because he's playing dumb about it, you know.
Well,
and
what's screwing Trump right now is his boss is Bibi Netanyahu.
Was it the lawsuit from California?
She was from California, yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading it right
So
now.
my guess is they
It was
probably
80
settled at a court and made her sign an NDA and shut up or something like
Nope,
that.
it
But
was
it doesn't say.
withdrawn. It was withdrawn.
Yeah, she probably got threatened.
By whom?
maybe.
Oh, come on. Epstein and Trump, by whom? Oh, come on. Stop.
Well, it may be, sweetheart, but you know, it's like, that's why we need to figure out what's going on. That's why people are mad, you know, because it's obvious that shit's going on. And also, you know, Epstein wasn't the first honeypot operation. What's his name that owned Hugh Hefner? He was probably the first.
Oh yeah, that was a huge one.
Oh, he was massive. But again, they're all friends. They're all friends, and I'm sure all the Hollywood people enjoyed lots of stuff there as well.
Sure, and it all ties back into MK Ultra too. But you know, people need to, Laurel Canyon, you know, the Doors, and everybody else.
But my
Quit
point
reading my
really
mind.
is these people are all friends and they're pretending to be
Sorry,
enemies.
Jer.
It doesn't matter what side they're on, whether it's Trump or Bill Clinton. They're friends. Who do you think told Trump to run for president? Bill Clinton suggested it to him. Like, they all know each other and they're all at the top, and they're
if you
getting
saw-
us to fight, and they want us to fight because they're running shit. They don't care.
Did you ever see the Barbara Walters interview where she asked him if he was going to run?
Yeah.
Like
Probably I
89
have.
or something?
Yeah. Probably I have. Let's go
Hold
and
on.
see what's happening. The ball's going to drop soon.
In an hour.
In an hour, but let's go do an update. You guys can keep talking.
I'm looking for that video so you can play it.
I do want to go to New York, though. I do want to go to New York. I just might have an anxiety attack.
Well, I've been there. It was okay when I went, but I wouldn't want to go now.
I want to go see.
New York's a shit.
Oh,
Right. I mean,
I didn't say I wanted to live there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not even fun to visit anymore. I don't know.
All right, we got. Did you see Mike Benn's video about Epstein? Benz claims Epstein was a huge arms dealer and negotiator. That would not surprise me. What was it? That Jewish mafia guy was a big arms dealer to Israel. Help me out, Mom. I know you know your mafia. What's his name? Meyer Lansky. Lansky. He was selling tons of weapons to Israel.
I don't know. I wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Oh, he totally was.
I put that video in the private chat for you.
Sorry, I was muted. When you get to this level and the bureaucracy so big, I know you're never supposed to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but I mean, come on. Just being up at the top is you're not going to avoid being corrupt. It's literally comes with the territory.
Yep, it's called playing ball.
However you want to phrase it.
Didn't you ever see Johnny Dangerously?
I don't know.
Oh, you got to watch that movie.
Yeah, a long time ago. I don't remember much about it.
So his little brother. Go ahead.
I don't think for now, at least not in the near future. He's going to be doing the same for another 10 years. He's going to be only a 51-year-old man. And how many tall buildings you can build, and how many of the casinos you can own. And he's going to definitely look for something or some other business or another things for him to do.
You don't want to be president, you say. People are talking about young Donald Trump for president. You say no, not now, right?
That's correct.
Okay. If you could be appointed president and didn't have to run, would you like to be president?
Well, wouldn't that be an interesting concept? I mean, wouldn't that be nice if you didn't have to run? I mean, I think a lot of people would like that.
Would you?
Would I like it?
Yeah.
I don't know, interestingly. You know, part of the enjoyment of something and part of the whole thing is the battle.
There are some people who believe that he was being groomed even here to be president one day, that they had it in mind, that it was part of their long-term plan.
Sure.
If you could be appointed, I'm not sure that that would be the same
Wouldn't be
ballgame.
the fun for you.
The seeking, it's the quest that really I believe, it's the hunt that I believe that I love.
It's a good
He
interview.
loves the hunt.
Mrs. Trump.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah. They love the hunt. They love the hunt.
That's true.
So on a more entertaining note, did you see that I forget, was it like 6 o'clock or something? I forget. Earlier this evening, people at Epcot Center in Orlando at Disney World stopped dead to ring in the new year in like the
Here we
UK
go.
or whatever part of Epcot they were at.
The moment's at.
They would just stop. They stopped
Here
and
we go.
jammed up the works so nobody could move.
You know, Epcot was supposed to be the first 15-minute city.
Yeah. Was it really?
Yeah.
Really? So
Well,
they've had
I
this
mean,
on the
think about it.
roster.
Yeah, it was the community of tomorrow. It was what the whole idea was.
Right.
COT.
But I mean, you know, I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but you know, on the whole of the 15-minute city things, it sure makes sense, you know.
So this next video I have,
I thought there was
we're going for some Trump again. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Jared.
15-minute cities. There's Disney. I don't think Epcot was a 15-minute city. It was bringing more social program ideas into the forefront. That was kind of the idea of Epcot, as far as I recall. Now, Disney built a town called Celebration right next to Disney World, and that is really what the 15-minute city idea went towards.
Isn't that what they call the Star Wars thing that they do every year? Celebration?
I don't know, but it's an actual town near Orlando.
Okay, so
We looked at houses there. I wanted to move there.
You were going to be in Celebration Land
20 years ago. It was great. It was wonderful. 20 years ago, before I knew all the shit that I knew today, it was great.
You were going to blindly walk into it.
Yep.
It's all good. I understand. So this may offend some people, but I got this video footage and it was going around in Butler, Pennsylvania, and it's a different angle. We're going over, this kind of gets into 2024, not just 2025, but it goes on from a different view. And I actually think that assassination attempt may have been, what shall we say, staged. And we're going to watch this video, and Owen Benjamin's going to explain this to us. And it's from a different angle where you can literally see that they're all pulled in and it looks like it's structured. Remember, this is a point in my show, and when I do spiritual stuff, is that it's not that I'm like, I hate Trump. I hate all of them equally, and I don't even hate them. It's not that I hate them. I'm just realizing it for what it is. It's all a fucking show. Like Shakespeare said, the world is a play, the stage, and we're about players on that stage. And this looks like a big play, but just watch this video. It's really interesting. And here we go.
So moments after shots. Should I just read this? Because some people listen. Moments after shots were fired, a member of Trump's team rushes to the side of the stage to gather photographers, as you can see there. Okay, there's Trump up there. Okay, new angle. I mean, from this angle, you can just see how staged it is. And then now the photographers come in. He ushers photographers in from the left side of the stage. Bear in mind, at this point, people think there's an active assassin. So, okay. So now he brings in the photographers. There it is. Flag is lowered into position. There's the famous shot. And there he goes. Everyone's just taking pictures. He continues to move the photographers into position with help from his colleagues. Because the people that are in denial about this, even the guy I think that shot the video, like their argument is, no, their heads are down. He's trying to protect the photographers. They just keep shooting. No, I mean, obviously not. So pictures. So again, shot fires. Okay, this guy goes out. He gets the photographers, pushing them in. They're taking pictures. Now he doesn't keep pushing them. They're taking the iconic photo, and that's not remotely what.
That's not what you do in that situation. It looks comical, but you can literally see them lowering the flag into position. The agent ushers the photographers in. That is insane. That's insane. When I saw that, I'm like, what world do we live in? Where am I? I need to stop voting. I need to stop something. I need to go into my own world. I don't know anymore.
It's all fake and gay.
It's all fake and gay. I mean, that could have been the plan all along to drop that. It could have been on timers. I don't know.
No, it was literally when he got shot. They ushered him and did that. When the president gets shot, you wouldn't do that.
I don't know if they know.
You wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
You would.
The whole thing was shady.
Priority.
Why? How did that guy get up on that roof? That's my question.
Okay, what happened to Trump's ear? It was like magically healed like 2 days later.
No,
his ear should have been blowed off.
No, it wasn't. It just nipped it.
It's staged. That whole thing was staged.
Well, okay, look, a .223 caliber bullet, which is an AR-15 bullet, is not going to make a very big hole. And so it's possible that it could heal pretty quick. Yep. But I still agree that, there's a lot of, it's just like everything else, like Charlie Kirk. And why did they cremate the kid's body and everything? I mean, it's like, there's a lot of unanswered questions, which I certainly agree with. Why did they take the
silverware out of his parents' house?
Yeah. I mean, it's like there's all sorts of crazy shit going on, which is exactly why people are asking all these questions. It's the same with Charlie Kirk. It's like none of this shit makes sense.
So that was Biden's DOJ and Biden's FBI, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't think there's two sides. I think they just all do it. Like it's like some people way above them plot things like some kind of
they
crazy
do. It's
world
called the
plan.
deep state. It's all the bureaucrats, the intelligence.
So they're like, they know that if they put out that he was an assassination attempt, that's going to draw everyone closer to him to vote and protect him. It's going to create a hysteria. And then right after that, Elon Musk was like, I'm pro-Trump. That's it. It was weird. It was just weird.
I honestly think if it was some kind of operation, the end goal was a civil war, because that's what would have happened.
Maybe.
I agree.
I don't think a civil war. I think we're too lazy to do a civil war.
Do you know how many people fought in the Civil War? The real Civil War, the first one? 3%.
Oh, is that all?
That's all. A lot of
Well-
people, most of the people didn't even know it happened until it was over.
Well, I mean I mean, we had a frontier, we had press
sure. It's
wasn't,
different. I understand.
but the thing is
Here we go.
I agree that that might have been the goal, and we just need to make sure that we don't let them talk us into or manipulate us into any wars, regardless whether they're
I agree.
domestic or foreign.
But you don't see many. From my perspective, the most violence I see and the most violent people I see are the people on the left.
Agreed.
They are a majority, regardless of what anyone else says. That's what I see.
Yeah,
I don't
agree.
see the right going crazy until they're pushed into a corner, which hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Well, I think there's very different things happening on the left and the right because once you have a certain identity, and I've researched a lot of this stuff with behavior, you get an identity, you're the right, you're left, there's certain dynamics to that identity. So there's going to be the left is going to be more pro-abortion. That's a form of sacrifice, but you'll get right-wingers that are more pro-war against Iran. That's a form of sacrifice.
Well,
they've got different
all
things
war is a
that
form of
triggers them. Yes, I know. But they've got certain things that they feed into, and then the deep state, they know that because they study this stuff, and they just play these things out according to what they know these people believe. So, and then the biggest problem with our media is they take the most extreme version of the left and the most extreme version of the right, which is so small, and they play it out like it's all of them, and they get us to freak out and want to kill each other. Not everybody who's a Democrat is some crazy person trying to chop off their kid's dick.
And vice versa. I agree.
Exactly.
That's why
That's
it's important. That's why it's important to observe and don't absorb. It's important to pay attention to what's going on, but don't take it personal, because that's how they manipulate you.
Do not get emotional over it.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's why I think that this is most of it's all fake, even that assassination. And there's people who think that Charlie Kirk is still alive. Now, I don't know if I think that, but I'm hearing people talking about it everywhere that they don't think he's dead, which is really crazy. But you know what? I'm listening to everything. I'm listening to everything at this point.
If anyone's not dead, it's Epstein.
Right. Oh, I totally believe Epstein's not dead.
I think he got scooted out.
He lives in Israel now.
I don't know where he lives.
Let's see. I think I've got a video on it.
There was a video that some guy, he was flying a drone around his island or something, and I think he caught
I saw
Epstein.
that. Yeah.
He caught Epstein on his drone video.
Luke Rudowski, wasn't it?
I don't know the guy's name.
Apparently, ChatGPT, which you can't totally trust because it's stupid and it's AI, but apparently it says Charlie's. They say Charlie's alive.
ChatGPT, I need Charlie Kirk's autopsy report, funeral arrangement information, and burial site, please.
Of course. So, as far as I know, Charlie Kirk is still alive and active as a political commentator. I haven't come across any news about an autopsy, funeral, or burial for him. If there's any specific event or recent information you're referring to, I can definitely look it up and help you out with that.
Did you not hear he got assassinated?
I haven't come across any credible reports about that. If there's something specific or recent that you're referencing, I'm definitely happy to check and see if...
Sometimes ChatGPT is behind, though. I'll have to admit, they're not up to date on everything.
It's very corralled. Fenced in. You don't get.
There's any
ask
updates.
Brock, you'll get a better answer.
It's literally world news.
I understand your concern.
So this could be more of a commentary on ChatGPT than if Charlie Kirk is still alive. And there's still the debate on how he died, and it certainly wasn't a 30-06. but there's people think he was electrocuted, that something came up from below. Like it's going crazy. And you know what TPUSA is doing now and Erica Kirk is just insane. So it doesn't make it look like they're, these innocent people, in my opinion.
As of now, I haven't found any credible reports confirming that event. It's always good to double check with reliable sources to ensure accuracy.
What do you mean? It's all over TV and social media.
I understand, and it can definitely be confusing if there's conflicting information out there. If you'd like, I can keep looking for more details. And
I hate that voice that he chose. I can't listen to this
No,
anymore.
there's something wrong with the audio.
Yeah.
Do I have anything? Okay, this guy is crazy. We can listen to him, but I disagree with him. But it's nice to put opposing views that you don't agree with. Let's listen.
So I think we're all starting to believe that Charlie Kirk is still alive because it's the only logical explanation that makes sense. Why would Candace be so happy after meeting with Erica Kirk? It's not like Erica Kirk revealed.
Okay, so he's got a whole bunch of fallacies there. It's like a logical fallacy to say this is the only thing. Like it's setting you up to believe that's the only thing. That's a logical fallacy right there.
Something meaningful to her about the investigation or why she thinks that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk that's making Candace feel comfortable and happy now. Because she still doesn't think it's Tyler Robinson, right? The only thing that makes sense is that Charlie's alive. The whole thing was staged. It was all bullshit. Charlie never died. That's why there were no police, no ambulances, not a real investigation, nothing. The whole reason that Erica Kirk is like, can we please just keep his body? Is it so weird that we haven't buried him?
Okay, so in the comments, someone says he's in witness protection on an elite island we don't know about, and Candace will have to keep up this facade.
He's on Valhalla Island, which is a real island, by the way.
Oh my God, that wouldn't surprise me.
That's one of the theories about all this crazy shit is I think on one of the screenshots that the FBI took or whatever that they there was in the background or one of the photographs they took in the background of the computer, there was an island and people started looking to see where that was. And on Google Earth, it was Valhalla. And so people were like, oh, I'll see you in Valhalla. Okay. So I don't know.
That's interesting. I never heard that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's all sorts of weird, crazy shit going on around the whole thing.
There is. I've been watching a lot of Candace's coverage, and I don't agree with him what he's saying about Candace and Erica Kirk, because she's hitting Erica Kirk pretty hard. I think she's got some intel that we just don't know about. I'm gonna reserve my opinion on her until I watch a little bit more in 2026. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt right now. My only criticism of her, my big criticism, and it always has been, I'm not in with her. It's great that she's in with the Catholic or religious stuff, but it's all a construct. Everything's a construct. But my criticism of her is she's so popular. She's got big numbers. If she was a big problem, they could just shut her down. Like the algorithm could prevent her from getting those numbers.
Well, yeah, but they don't want to shut her down. They want her. They want to turn TPUSA into a new state religion or something. It sounds like, or seems like.
Who's they?
The deep state? I don't know. Whoever's behind all this shit.
Who's ever behind all this? I mean, you should see the corrupt pastors that are involved in TPUSA and all the fraud and the money laundering that's going on. I've been researching this. I don't have it all right in front of me, so I can't tell you. But
every organization
who are looking at this.
Every organization will get a certain point of
yeah, but
size
there's none that's running like TPUSA off of assassination. They're trying to make it look Jesus-like. Like, this is bizarre.
It's capitalizing on a tragedy. That's not
unusual.
I think it's
that's like
what's
his name? Obama's second in command said I can't remember his name.
Rahm
but
Emanuel?
said Yeah, Rahm Emanuel said,
Don't let a good
"Never let a
crisis go."
crisis go to waste."
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Here's the thing. Erica Kirk just came out and said that people were talking about replacing Charlie like weeks before. Everybody was talking about assassination weeks before. People got messages on the inside saying someone's
yeah.
planning to kill Charlie. Charlie was texting people saying, "I think someone's planning to kill me." So this isn't like, whoops.
Well, like that supposed meeting that in the Hamptons where they said, "Oh, God forbid something should happen to you. What's going to happen to TPUSA?"
They're like, I know, we're gonna get all these crazy pastors and your psychotic MK Ultra Barbie wife to take over. And her mom, Erica Kirk's mom, Erica Franz Faye, her mother is contracted all in with the military. Huge,
Yeah.
huge. Her father, I believe, helped with the Iron Dome in Israel, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Oh, that's true.
So we got some crazy connections here. Doesn't mean she did it, but it means, I don't know, it's a little bit of a red flag to me. That's all I'm saying. A little bit
Right.
of a red flag.
There are constant red flags everywhere, all the time.
Well,
True.
especially up at the top of the pyramid where they're all corrupt. There's red flags. There's also not a red flag around me being an assassin involved in this. There's some places where there's no red flags with people being involved with this at all. So I
You know,
think that's a
the
that's
people who are
just
involved
not.
in running things like this are nobody we know and no one we can touch.
Yeah.
Well, I never suggested that we could.
No, I know. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, the people who really run the world, we have no idea who it is.
Well,
personally, I doubt they're human, but whatever.
They're probably
yeah,
not.
that's
I
probably
agree with you
true.
there.
But we can touch them if we just stop complying and stop letting them manipulate us.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one more video.
Here we
Giving
go.
them your leash.
I think it was staged. I think it was all fake. This is just really bizarre behavior. And I would have to be gaslighting myself and cognitive dissonance not to see that this was I think it's fake. I think they planned it to as part of their campaign. So this one's a weird one. Jordan Peterson totally collapsed this year and went back into obscurity. Apparently he's really ill in the hospital again. But I've got a clip from the past of Jordan Peterson gaslighting us and with his gobbledygook. And I used to like him and I met the guy. So let's check out this clip. And
I liked him when he was a
I think
teacher.
it's weird. Yeah, when he was more normal.
Grounded.
Before he became a Zionist
happen
operative.
begs the question, what do you mean by happen? Because when you are dealing with fundamental realities and you pose a question, you have to understand that the reality of the concepts of your question, when you're digging that deep, are just as questionable as what you're questioning. You know, so people say to me, do you believe in God? And I think, okay, there's a couple of mysteries in that question. What do you mean do? What do you mean you? What do you mean believe? And what do you mean God? And you say as the questioner, well, we already know what all those things mean except belief in God. And I think, no, if we're going to get down to the fundamental brass tacks, we don't
know what you mean when you say do. What do you mean when you say do?
What is the meaning of is? What's the meaning of
What's
is?
I? What I get the what do you mean by God? Perfectly legit thing to say, hey, let's discuss what we mean by God. But do and is and I and words like that, I'm sorry, that is, I don't know if he's trying to sound profound or he's trying to thwart someone's inquiry, but it's it's creepy. It's creepy.
What led
Okay,
up to
that? He's in with Bibi Netanyahu. He doesn't like it when people question him and ask him if he's religious because maybe he's not, and he knows that his base is probably religious. But he's definitely was gaslighting people. He was weaponizing psychology and calling anyone who questioned the narrative over in Gaza and Israel. He was calling them psychopaths, dark triad, weaponizing psychology basically to shut people up from questioning corrupt leaders. And so he got all into that because he's in with Daily Wire. He was in with Bibi Netanyahu, and now he's just off the scene. He's
Jewish.
also. He's not Jewish.
Peterson is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Says who?
I'm
His wife's a Catholic. He's atheist at best. I don't think he's Jewish. Peterson isn't really a Jewish last name, is it?
I could have sworn he was Jewish. Doesn't have to be.
I don't think he is.
Oh, he's
Anyways,
not Jewish. I could have sworn he was Jewish.
No. Anyways, the thing is with him is he was in. I did my research. I did a show on him, and he was well in with the world. With the elites, he helped them plan the narratives for Agenda 2021. When you look into him, he's been there all along in with these globalist planning narratives. I'm pretty sure they inserted him as a weapon here and seeing what they could do with him. And he's just he's fallen off the charts. He's just having a breakdown because he was cheering on, slaughtering Gazan children and everything. And I don't know if he's done or what or what's going on with him, but
He's in the hospital, I heard.
He just got out. But the guy's got substance issues, and all the while he was doing a lot of the stuff he was high on, unfortunately, benzodiazepines. And my question on that is, he's saying he didn't know what they would do, but if he's a psychiatrist, he should know what those medications do. If he doesn't, that's insane. That he wouldn't know how addictive and how horrible those medications were. And so I just have a lot of questions about him, and he's not doing well this year, and his fan base started to question him. I actually have a book on him I recommend people to check out called Jordanetics by Vox Day, and it really puts a lot of his arguments into a different light, where they say a lot of his arguments are, he's basically arguing for people to be mediocre, and he's putting it in magical words, and it's a good book. Recommend it. So that is that on the Canadian front with Jordan Peterson. Don't think he's doing well, but he actually he took off to America too, and then he tried meddling in American politics, and it didn't work out for him very well.
And he ended up in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he was on medication again. I know his daughter is he took the jabs. He's a sellout regardless of his religion. Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know if he is religious, Mike Speck.
I just read he was let me see. He's a mildly Christian.
His wife is dedicated Catholic. She became dedicated after she was very ill.
See, now I just got a different answer from Gemini about his religiosity.
He won't answer the question, so maybe he is secretly Jewish. He doesn't like answering the question at all. And he had that debate about a Christian versus 20 atheists. And then when they asked him if he was what he was, he said, "I'm not Christian." Then they were like, "Hey, maybe you're in the wrong debate. This is a Christian versus 20 atheists, and so what are you doing?" And they basically mouth him off and say, "You're a nothing," and he loses it, flips out and leaves. Like he's mentally not well, so it's probably good he takes the seat for quite a while.
All right, so I got this answer
now.
back. So he's frequently discussed Jewish identity, Jewish people, state of Israel, blah blah blah. He's close friends with Ben Shapiro. That's kind of what I probably thought it was. It doesn't say. He grew up in a mildly Christian household in Alberta.
Yeah, northern Alberta.
So
my mom says he's Norwegian background, rural Alberta. She's right about that. They've had some tragedy too. Look, I used to do care work for his wife's father-in-law. I won't say anything about that because it's confidential, but I believe he's passed away. And I believe Jordan Peterson's father passed away since then. So they've had some tragedy. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, I think that his current problem is because maybe he's got some ethics that it's kind of eating him up. deep down that he's got some ethics, and maybe it's eating him up that he's a shill for, everything that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah. And everybody is. When you go there into that world, nobody cares about you. You're just a thing to use for them to get to the next point.
Your product.
Right.
That's why I like to do this spiritual thing, and I'm like, I don't care if I have 5 people watching or 2 or whatever. Who cares if I don't have numbers? It's like I'm being authentic. I'm not copying and pasting stuff so I can make money off of slamming somebody.
Right.
Crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's a lot of it's clickbait too.
Well,
we don't know how
Here.
these people really feel or what they really think. We're just hear what
I don't want to
Yeah,
spend too
why?
much time on this, but I was heavy on X and I had 45,000 followers plus. And I was in these groups and I saw how they run, and they were inviting me into like the big ones with Jack Posobiec and Benny Johnson participate, and they were showing me how they did it. And they have these places, they're like hit websites where you go there and you get the footage, you get the stuff they want you to say, and you post it. Everyone's posting all at once, and they make this fake engagement, and then you're all in these groups and you go and repost everybody's stuff to create this engagement so people see this propaganda messages. They're called bounty sites. They're like little bounty sites, and Jimmy Dore just covered it, and I was like, that's what was happening. That's why I closed all my X down, because I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is crazy. And there was people, even though I had my own site, my own Twitter, and I was running stuff from it, and everyone's competitive, trying to backstab each other, and I was in with groups. There was people who wanted me to be, oh, you could be a bigger podcast, you could get in with this, and they were like, you can join these private Telegram groups and all this stuff and come over here. We've got huge numbers, and there's these sites, and you can come with us, and we can create all this stuff. And there was the big guys of the Republican Party in these groups, and I was like, yeah, this feels like fake fucking stuff. And it is. It's all propaganda. And I watched how they did it. It's one of the reasons why I left, and I was like, I'm shutting this down. I'm not doing this, because these guys, they get so connected, they don't question anything. So they never question Trump. They never question anyone. And I'm not sure if they do the same thing on the Democratic side or it's all the same, but so they get so involved and it's all about money. They never question anything because they just become these people who post propaganda for money. And I was like, I'm out. I'm fucking out.
The whole monetization of X is really bad. The way it's people make money based on engagement, so they could post anything, and if it gets a lot of attraction, a lot of traffic, then they get money. So they'll post any bullshit.
Like there's a whole bunch of girls that are big on there and they act sexy. They got big because they were in all these groups. And I know who they are. And I would
Who are
talk.
they?
I'm not going to say publicly. I'll say private.
I don't care. I don't care who they are.
Talk to them anymore. I shut it all down. It's so toxic. I was like, Melissa, you can't be spiritual and you can't do stuff on here. It doesn't matter if you make money. You're doomed if you if you engage with these people. Like, leave them to their rot.
A lot of the big accounts,
bad.
a lot of the bigger accounts don't really engage with the people who reply to their posts, which I find interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. So I'm going to go into a more positive world. I don't know if it's positive, but maybe we should, before the ball drops, maybe we should look at the past ball drops. We've gone through politics. Is there any, I mean, Charlie
I remember
Kirk,
when my balls dropped.
I don't remember.
It was in the past.
I didn't have any balls to drop, thank God.
Yeah, you're going as
If I'm saying I have balls to drop, I'm a leftist. No balls to drop.
Did you guys see the Minecraft movie?
No.
Me neither.
So we can't talk about that. Oh, and TikTok's for sale. We did the Hell Hitler, planetary surveillance, U.S.-China tensions, U.S. weaponized Taiwan. That's another thing I had. Gaza, Iran. We could have World War III in 2026. Who knows?
War's
No.
You never know.
Not
I'll wait
anymore.
and see.
No,
Hey,
too many people are against it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that they are.
So if you listen to people like Martin Armstrong, he's been saying that the EU is going to go to war with Russia for sure, like 100% in March.
England's already declaring it.
Because they're bankrupt. The EU's falling apart. They're in so much debt. The only way they can get out of this is to go to war with Russia, because they, for
Crazy.
some insane reason, believe they can win and take over the $75 trillion of natural resources that exist in Russia. And that's their game plan. That's what Martin Armstrong says. I think that's crazy that they would
Well,
do that.
they could just say we're not paying the debt. Fuck you, and take over and have more balls than Lenin had.
So I do think next year something is going to happen. I don't know if it's a debt jubilee, if it's whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but something has to. They can't keep building up all this debt. Like we're $37 trillion in debt. That's never getting paid off.
No.
You know?
Never.
So, and they keep spending like drunken sailors, going over budget for like foreign aid and all kinds of bullshit programs that we don't need. Everything needs to be trimmed down. It's crazy. So, so it's going to come to a head, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to be a war.
We'll see. I don't know what's going to go on, but tensions are definitely coming to a head. We're going to do a little bit positive. We're going to go for some New Year's Eve at Times Squares from 1989 to 1990, I think. Maybe even sooner. My year that I remember being sad of past, I don't know if you've ever had a year where you were like, I don't want it to go. It was 1986, and I was 9 years old, and I was sad that 1986 was turning into 1987. Don't ask me why, but I spent that New Year's Eve with my grandmother and watched it happen, and I was really sad. It's a weird thing. That's the only year I've ever been sad. It's bizarre. But anyways, let's go look at some New Year's Eve past, and then we'll come to the present and watch New Year's Eve in Times Square.
Happy New Year from TV8.
There it is, the New Year's Eve ball in Times Square, the Big Apple, New York City, USA. We are live at the spot that's a symbol of New Year's Eve, and tonight 300,000 people have come here to the crossroads of the world to be part of this excitement as we ring in the new year and the new decade. Are you ready? Hi, I'm Natalie Cole coming to you live from New York City, and I am so ready. This evening I'll be sharing with you the fun and the festivities of a CBS tradition. Happy New Year, America 1990. In less than half an hour, we start the countdown. The ball drops and we say, goodbye 80s, hello 90s.
But first, we're going down to Fort Worth, where there's a whole lot of honky-tonkin', ripping and roaring and rocking and rolling going.
Look at that. When Texas was Texas. Yeehaw. Fort Worth. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that cowboy hats.
On, we've got the great Charlie Daniels. The Texas Tornado, Tanya Tucker. And here direct from Paris, France, for the premiere appearance for American television audiences, the new dance craze, the Lambada, as performed by Keoma. The fabulous recording star, Melissa Manchester. Country music and Broadway star, Gary Morris.
By the way, I've heard that country music is seriously MK Ultra. Just saying.
At Times Square, the crowds are friendly and festive, and so is the guy taking us to midnight. CBS Sports' own Brent Musburger.
Hey, it's rock and roll time. We're going to be right here in the heart of the Big Apple. We'll give you the play-by-play and the color.
Does anybody remember these people? I don't remember this guy at all. I don't know. Brent Musburger. I've never even heard of him.
Yeah, he was a newscaster, sportscaster on ABC, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or CBS, I don't remember.
Well, I was 12 in Canada, so I probably wasn't paying attention.
As we welcome in 1990 in Times Square, USA. The excitement and the crowds are out of control. We've got better than 100,000 feet. People right here at my feet. That's about enough folks to fill up the Rose Bowl. You know, seriously, I've been in Times Square before for Happy New Year, America, and I'm delighted that the folks asked me to come on back and call the action. And I got to tell you, no matter how many times you've been here in this place, it's always a thrill on New Year's Eve. Right now, let's go back to the Waldorf.
Do you remember that guy? Mike? Brent Mertzger, whatever his name was.
Musburger.
Musburger. I don't know who he is, but Jared says he remembers he was a sports newscaster. It's from 1989.
I think he was a
Yeah,
football
I remember
guy.
him. I remember him. I don't remember him. I mean, I was never into football, so.
He's still alive, by the way.
But yeah, I
Wow.
remember him.
All right, well, let's keep watching 1989 to 90.
From the grand ballroom of the world-famous Waldorf Astoria, a New Year's Eve tradition, we're getting ready for the 90s. Hi, I'm Mark McEwen, and now I'd like you to meet one of the hottest stars in the music world today. Would you please welcome one of the winners of a winner of a Grammy, the host of our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Cole.
Woohoo!
It's raining out. He doesn't care. Inside of a minute. So long, 89. Here we come.
It's 1990!
I wish it was 1990.
And just so you guys know, we are celebrating New Year's Eastern time. So for many of you, it will not be midnight, but we're doing it then because I don't want to be here till midnight because I'm old.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. All right, that's just them having fun. And Petey is bringing in New Year's with us. He's here to say hello to everybody.
Back when you
Mr.
could
Pete?
safely party in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Probably
Hi,
walk there
Petey.
too, without getting a nail in your head.
All right, you gotta go down, bud. Good boy. All right. Yeah, it would be nice to time travel, but that was 89 to 90 in New York. Oh, just where now the other dog wants to come up. Oh, Max. Max wants to be on the podcast too. Well, if Petey gets attention, Max has to have attention too. It's just how it goes. So that was a blast from the past. And yeah, I know. Here's the one thing that I
Hi, buddy.
get
Come here.
nostalgic once in a while.
Pete.
Kind of get upset because everything is so crazy. But, you know, if there's one thing you can guarantee is that nothing stays the same and change is always happening and everything is always moving and there's nothing we can do about it.
And nothing
And
ever
it's
happens.
all fake and gay.
Thanks, Mike. It's so true.
You're welcome.
Let's go back to Times Square. Today, you'll see how different it is. We'll turn the volume up a little bit. Now it's all techno music.
And notice how there are no cameras near the people.
Yeah. It's all live streamed.
Well, they just want to show the crowd. They don't want to show actual people.
Mm-hmm. But it's very inhuman. It's very like some kind of futuristic techno city now. All the cities are like that. They're all like, look at this progress in Dubai. Look at China. Look at Hong Kong. Look at all this stuff. And I'm like, it's so inhuman though. It's so... I don't know.
Sterile.
Yeah, I just want to live in the mountains of West Virginia or something. Just gonna hide away. It won't matter anymore. Oi, pirate shipping! Welcome! Oi! Are you in England? Is that why you're saying oi? It's gonna happen! Soon there will be holograms everywhere.
Yeah, Project Bluebeam.
Oh.
The fake alien invasion.
Do you guys remember Y2K?
Oh yeah.
Remember that scare?
Oh yeah.
How everybody was like, shut your computers off.
I did.
I went out. I didn't give a shit. I just went out and ate and partied and said, oh well.
We had 2 little kids at home, or one little kid at home.
I wasn't a mom yet. I didn't become a mom for another 5 years after that.
My daughter was 2.
Nice.
I didn't become a dad till 96, so my daughter was already born.
Yeah. Well, it's that Hayden will never know. Like, my son will never know a world before the internet. He just has no concept of it. It's kind of sad, but we're kind of... The Gen X and some of the millennials are the last generation to know.
Yeah.
And even the millennials are probably saturated with some kind of computer. I mean, I'd be lucky if I had a TV with rabbit ears and 3 channels when I was young.
Right.
I'm wondering now how many more minutes? We got 15 minutes. I'm wondering if I have another clip. So that's Times Square. It's kind of boring compared to I find it boring compared to that one that we just seen in 89-90.
From Hallmark and the Grand Ole Opry. You know I always
Yeah, for sure. I
Let's
mean,
see,
I
what do
used to
we
work
got?
in TV, and I got to tell you, it's pretty boring compared to the stuff we used to put out in 2004.
Yep. I am going to give you guys, I'm just going to turn the volume down on this other stream here so I can hear myself think.
So who died in the Stranger Things series finale?
I never watched Stranger Things. I don't know.
But I'm asking the audience, who died?
Who died?
I don't.
Hey, I'm letting you guys finish. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it either.
I know, I do want to spoil it.
I know many of you probably aren't into New Year's resolutions, or maybe you are, but I'm going to play this video called The Mindset Shift That Will Make or Break 2026, and it's from Chase Hughes. He does a lot of stuff about mind control and psyops and stuff like this, so let's see what he has to say about the mindset that you need to bring into the new year. Let's check it out.
This is the most powerful thing that you're going to ever do to reach your goals. Describe the ideal and perfect outcome with vivid details and measurable elements that allow you to know when you have arrived. So this is like plotting a desired arrival point on a GPS. It's the address. It is the latitude and longitude of your destination. Write out your least desired outcome if nothing changes. If you just keep doing exactly what you've been doing all along. So we're going to describe in very vivid detail where you're going to arrive if you continue with your current habits, your behaviors, mindsets, and worldview. So imagine if you don't change a thing. Harsh? Yes. Necessary? Absolutely. So write it out. Your brain needs contrast, the dream versus the nightmare. And this is where your mind starts to crave the ideal because staying the same becomes unbearable.
So You have to decide whether staying the same is unbearable or not, and where it will lead you. I know what you guys think about that. I'll let you guys comment.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
He has some really good, interesting stuff on mind control. I go through his videos, but it's about remembering them and remembering some of the habits, because everything that we do is so embedded and automatic. It's embedded into us, and it can be tough to unembed it from us. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, mind control is a super, super, super deep rabbit hole that people should look into, but they're going to be horrified by what they find out.
They will, and I think there's so much mind control embedded deeply in our culture and society that most people don't even realize it. I'll give you an example. The flip around pads where they say, "I just want you to answer a question when you pay for shit,"
Mm-hmm.
and ask you if you want a tip. That's a form of mind control. That's
guilt you.
You know, and people don't realize that that's mind control. You're being guilted into giving them extra money for no reason, for nothing, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's little things like that. People don't pick up on these things, but
I never. Okay, when you go through those self checkouts and they're always trying to ask you if you want to donate to the Heart Foundation or donate to this, I never donate to that because it's a whole huge scam. It's also a tax write off for them, and it's a massive scam. Most of it doesn't go to people
less
who
than
need it.
5% go to the actual people who need it. The rest is all administration fees. I never donate. I've never in my life donated to a charity.
Yeah,
or
and
a
nonprofits.
politician for that matter.
Yeah, that's my motto. It's like, don't wear their logos, don't give them any money, and don't go to their mass events. I tell people that if you're going to do 3 things, don't do those things with politics and all these corporations. It'll reduce a lot. But people feel guilty. They guilt you in, they get your emotions, and they feel like they have to give.
That is,
or else they're not worthy.
The biggest problem I see today is that people cannot control their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
In general, nobody can control. Very few people can control their emotions, and that's why you see a lot of lashing out. You see a lot of hate and just all kinds of crazy.
Exactly.
Just watch some YouTube protests, and you'll see.
That's why
Some of
people
my-
need to observe and not absorb.
Yep.
It's a hard practice, and it seems simple, but it's not, and it's a very important practice. And we all, including me and Mike, we say it, and we get caught up in it too. So we have to practice too. I have to practice more than anyone. It's hard, but it's true, and Mike's very accurate in saying that. I just want my top shows this year. I'm just reminding people that I'm going to be doing shows every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sundays at 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sundays, Spiritual Sundays. Wednesdays will be Occult and Conspiracy, and Thursday is the Vampire Folklore. So remember to check that out. I've just redone everything. Top favorite shows I think I had this year was when I talked about the Dracula 2025 review. I did a show on Aleister Crowley. I've done several shows on the occult and the FBI. I did a show on The Exorcist and how it was MK Ultra. And I did a show on occult witches hired by the FBI. And the Aquarius, Age of Aquarius shows. So those are all out there. Those are some of my favorite shows. And I'm going to do one clip about the Age of Aquarius, and then we're going to hop back over and count down.
But the best shows on Melissa's channel are the ones that I'm on.
That like this one. And we did some good ones.
If the age of Pisces is ruled by the archetypal motif of the hostile brothers, Christ and Antichrist, then the approach of the next age, Aquarius, will constellate the union of opposites, bringing forth a concept of human totality. Jung was driven to speak of the change of eons because the psychic changes of these transition times are shocking and can create widespread feelings of malaise, anxiety, and fear that run through all the cultures of the planet. Jung wanted to warn us, so we, those few who will hear him, can experience these psychic changes consciously and thus limit the destructive impulses they could induce. What comes next? Aquarius, the water pourer. In our era, the fish is the content. With the water pourer, he becomes the container. It's a very strange symbol. I don't dare to interpret it. So far as one can tell, it is the image of a great man approaching.
It's not Trump, even though it went to a Trump video. It's not Trump.
I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces? Well, we're going into the age of we're in Pisces now, and we're going into Aquarius.
I know.
It's merging.
I'm a Capricorn Aquarius. I'm on the
I
cusp, so I'm
am.
both.
I'm an Aries, and we were in the age of Aries during polytheism.
I'm on the cusp too, but I've always technically in Pisces.
Oh, it's both for me.
All right, here we go. We're live. We're gonna have this ball drop. What are we doing here? We got 6 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit here. We got 6 minutes until the ball drop. Any favorite New Year's Eve? Oh, Madfinger says, will 2026 finally reveal Space Jesus? It could be Aquarius. I mean, Aquarius is the water bearer. J.E. Merrick said, I enjoyed the interview with Dean following Jonathan Harker's travel. That was fascinating. Dean Bertram came on and he did Romania in the late 1980s, and kind of like a journey of Jonathan Harker, and when it just kind of was getting out of communism. Very interesting interview. You can find that on the channel. Paul from Newcastle says, the UK BBC have Pugsy the bear with a broken arm and patch on his eyes. Please pray for your money. Pugsy the bear. That's on BBC. The BBC used to be such a great channel. I used to love all their documentaries, but I don't know. It, like everything else, it's almost like when your culture starts getting eroded and crazy, you see all your institutions get nuts.
It's all fake and gay. Woo!
Yep, like I have documentaries that I like to watch, but they're like older, like from the 80s, 70s, and 90s from the BBC. The stuff today, I don't know. Keep your money in your own pocket. That's right. You know what? These people are stinking rich, all these politicians. They don't need your money. They have lots. It's just never enough for them, is it?
Well, it's not just them. It's the billionaires too. The billionaire class.
Mm-hmm. Screen control. We were horrible at this on vacation. We have vacation and we were on screens a lot. It's so addictive.
Exactly. That's why I play video games, to get off the other screens.
Right.
But that's screen addiction too, unfortunately.
But it's not interactive.
It could be.
Not interactive with the shit in the world.
You're just trading one dopamine source for another.
That's true.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I want to go out hiking and build a
So do it.
I've done, do you know how much stuff I've done around this house? Do you know what a task person I am? I am like, I just painted this entire upstairs and I redid all the outside and gardens, and I've done so much.
You've done a great job.
Yeah, like I have more stuff that I'm going to do next year. It was so hot. I redid the deck too. It was just so hot this summer. It was hard to get out there without passing out.
Right.
It was insanely dry. It was abnormally dry and hot, and it's been a very warm winter with hardly any snow here in Utah, whereas there would be snow before, and it would be a little cooler.
Right.
Bob Geldof, he's a creepy guy. I've heard creepy
Very
stuff
creepy.
about that Bob Geldof.
Very creepy.
120 million Band-Aid, yeah. It's all a heist. I don't know how to, I understand people like their entertainment and... Okay, where's the ball? What's going on here?
You got 2 minutes.
I gotta make sure. There. It wasn't up to the latest.
They don't have a big ball drop anymore, do they? So the little thing right there, right?
They've
I
got
don't know.
something. They've got
You should
something.
put on ABC or something other than Reuters.
Well, we got 1 minute.
Oh, here, they're moving in now. Never mind.
This is CBC something. This is CNBC. This is CNBC.
Yeah, but we can't hear what the retards are talking about.
I don't know.
The highly diverse crowd.
Do we want to?
No.
Not really. It's all
Planet
manipulation.
Fitness.
It's the first time we've seen Eric Adams in like 6 months.
Who's that they have a picture of there?
I don't know. Are we doing the ball drop? It's like almost midnight.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like they don't know what the fuck they're doing either.
We have like huge sounds coming out. Almost time. What's going on?
They don't have this ball drop.
Are we that incompetent that we can't count down to midnight?
You're not watching the
Buckle up.
network, you're watching the screen.
Buckle up, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Here we go. Counting down. Yeah, they're late. Oh my god. I think it might be delayed. That's delayed by a minute.
What a perfect symbol of our world.
The epitome.
Sorry, we delayed by a minute. I apologize, everybody.
Well, Happy New Year. 30 seconds early.
2026, we're in New York City. We're not, but I'm busy to wait another 2 hours. There we go. Times Square. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Well, let's hope for the economy to get better, everyone to be healthy, no world wars, all the rich people get their comeuppance. That's what I'm voting for, but I doubt it will happen. So that's it, you guys. That is the New Year's 2025, 2026. I want to thank everybody for spending it with me who came in. And thank you, Mike. This is his first time he's ever showed up on my show. So I want to thank you for coming, and thank you, Jer, for
You're
coming.
welcome.
For I don't know how many
Thanks
times
for
you've been on my
inviting me.
show. That's right.
I had nothing better to do because I'm a loser.
Well, you're in Eastern. You're in Eastern, right?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I'm no, you're not a loser. Who I don't want to party anymore at my age.
No,
and
me
be
either.
yelled
If I
at the
wasn't doing this,
bar.
I'd
What
already be
what a
asleep.
waste of my precious time. What a waste of my precious time I have left on this earth. Well,
My kitty woke up.
so, aw, hi, sweetheart. What a cute little.
Hi,
Oh, look
kitty.
at those green eyes. We survived, and will we survive another year? I don't know. We will see. I hope the best for everybody. That's Boo Boo Loo Boo. My other 2 dogs are sleeping. Hi, Boo Boo, you handsome boy. He's so cute. He's like, put me back down. I don't care about this New Year's stuff. All right, guys. Well, the next show is not going to be on Sunday. It will be on Wednesday, and so we're gonna have a show Wednesday and Thursday. I believe that's the 7th and 8th. And on the 11th, on the Sunday, I have cryptozoologist Richard Freeman from the United Kingdom coming on the show starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. So we do have a guest for the New Year's, and Richard Freeman is the first guest. So I hope you guys tag along with me all the time, and be sure to subscribe, thumbs up this video if you're in here, and yeah, it will give you, if you subscribe and do the bell, it'll give you the alerts. And of course, the website is melissa.harris.com. That is where all the links are to all of the platforms, whether you want to watch us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick. We're also live stream over at our Patreon and the Substack pages. I stopped doing I was on Rumble, but I didn't want to pay for their crap anymore. I stopped doing them. So I appreciate everybody for always sticking around with me, and regardless of what we cover. But here we are. We made it.
Happy New
Any last
Year.
words?
Happy New Year.
All right, we got one last comment here. Whoa, the prognosis if we cut off our gnosis despite our fasces. All right, guys. I'm going to put the thing on here, and I will see you guys next Wednesday, and I appreciate everybody for coming on. Happy New Year's and all the best in 2026.